Okay, hi everyone, this is Supriya. Now I'm going to explain you about oxidation and reduction reactions. Okay, let us discuss about this. Okay, the process of oxidation and reduction occurs simultaneously and cannot happen independently of one another. Okay, process of oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously and cannot happen independently of one another, similar to acid-base reactions. The oxidation alone and the reduction alone are called a half reaction, because two half reactions always occur together to form a whole reaction. Okay, oxidation alone and the reduction alone are called a half reaction because two half reactions always occur together to form a whole reaction. When writing half reactions, the gained or lost electrons are typically included explicitly in order that the half reaction be balanced with respect to electric charge. The electrons cancel out when the half reactions are combined to make the net chemical equation. Okay, the process of oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously. Okay, they both occur simultaneously and cannot happen independently of one another. Okay, similar to acid-base reactions. Oxidation process and reduction process occurs at a time. Okay, but they cannot happen independently like acid-base reactions. Okay, the oxidation alone and the reduction alone are each called a half reaction, because two half reactions always occur together to form a whole reaction. Okay, when writing half reactions, the gained or lost electrons are typically included explicitly in order that the half reaction be balanced with respect to electric charge. Okay, electrons cancel out when the half reactions are combined to make the net chemical equation. Next, coming to the point, though sufficient for many purposes, these general descriptions are not precisely correct. Although oxidation and reduction properly refer to a change in oxidation state, the actual transfer of electrons may never occur. Okay, oxidation state of an atom is the fictitious charge that an atom would have if all bonds between atoms of different elements were 100% ionic. Okay, thus oxidation is best defined as an increase in oxidation state and reduction is a decrease in oxidation state. Okay, oxidation is best defined as increase in oxidation and reduction as decrease in oxidation state. In practice, the transfer of electrons will always cause a change in the oxidation state, but there are many reactions that are classed as redox even though no electron transfer occurs. Okay, in oxidation state. Okay, in practice, the transfer of electrons will always cause a change in oxidation state. Okay, transfer of electrons will always cause a change in the oxidation state, but there are many reactions that are classed as redox even though no electron transfer occurs, such as those involving covalent bonds. As a result, simple half reactions cannot be written for the individual atoms undergoing a redox process. Okay, as a result, simple half reactions cannot be written for the individual atoms which undergoing a redox process. Next, coming to the point, redox, that means reduction oxidation. Okay, it is a type of chemical reaction in which the oxidation states of atoms are changed. Redox reactions are characterized by the actual or formal transfer of electrons between chemical species. Most often with one species undergo oxidation while another species undergoes reduction. Okay, here reduction is a type of chemical reaction in which oxidation states of atoms are changed. Okay, redox reactions are characterized by the actual or formal transfer of electrons between chemical species, most often with one species undergoing oxidation, that means losing one electrons, while another species oxidizing agent undergoes reduction, that means gains electrons. The chemical species from which the electron is removed is said to have been oxidized, while the chemical species to which the electron is added is said to have been reduced. In other words, oxidation is the loss of electrons or increase in the oxidation state of an atom or an ion or of certain atoms in a molecule. Reduction means gain of electrons or decrease in the oxidation state of an atom, an ion or certain atoms in a molecule. Okay. Next, coming to the point. Many reactions in organic chemistry are redox reactions due to changes in oxidation states but without distinct electron transfer. For example, during the combustion of wood with molecular oxygen, the oxidation state of carbon atoms in the wood increases and that of oxygen atoms decreases as carbon dioxide and water are formed. Okay, the oxygen atoms undergo reduction, formally gaining electrons, while the carbon atoms undergo oxidation, losing electrons. Okay, thus oxygen is the oxidizing agent and carbon is the reducing agent in this reaction. Although oxidation reactions are commonly associated with the formation of oxides from oxygen molecules, oxygen is not necessarily included in such reactions as other chemical species can serve the same function. Okay. Next, coming to the point, redox reactions can occur relatively slowly as in the formation of rust or much more rapidly as in the case of burning fuel. There are simple redox processes such as the oxidation of carbon to yield carbon dioxide or the reduction of carbon by hydrogen to yield methane, and more complex processes such as oxidation of glucose in the human body. Okay, in the human body. That means, okay, redox reactions can occur relatively slowly as in the formation of rust, okay, or much more rapidly as in the case of burning fuel. There are simple redox processes such as oxidation of carbon to yield carbon dioxide or reduction of carbon by hydrogen to yield methane. Excuse me. And more complex processes such as oxidation of glucose in the human body. Analysis of bond energies and ionization energies in water allow calculation of the redox potentials. Redox is a portmanteau of the words reduction and oxidation. The word oxidation originally implied reaction with oxygen to form an oxide. Since dioxygen was historically the first recognized oxidizing agent, later the term was expanded to encompass oxygen-like substances that accomplish parallel chemical reactions. Ultimately, the meaning was generalized to include all processes involving the loss of electrons. Okay. Next, coming to the point, the word reduction originally referred to the loss in weight upon heating a metallic ore such as metallic oxide to extract metal. Okay. Reduction is originally referred to as loss in weight upon heating a metallic ore, okay, such as a metal oxide to extract the metal. In other words, ore was reduced to metal, okay. Antoine Lavoisier demonstrated that this loss of weight was due to loss of oxygen as a gas. Later scientists realized that the metal atom gains electrons in this process. The meaning of reduction then became generalized to include all processes involving a gain of electrons. Okay, the electrochemist John Bockris has used the words electronation and de-electronation to describe reduction and oxidation process respectively when they occur at electrodes. These words are analogous to protonation and deprotonation, but they have not been widely adopted by chemists worldwide. Okay, but they have not been widely adopted by chemists worldwide. Okay, the term hydrogenation could often be used instead of reduction, since hydrogen is the reducing agent in a large number of reactions. Okay, The term hydrogenation could often be used instead of reduction, since hydrogen is the reducing agent in a large number of reactions, especially in organic chemistry and biochemistry. However, unlike oxidation, which has been generalized beyond its root element, hydrogenation has maintained its specific connection to reactions that add hydrogen to another substances. Okay, example, the hydrogenation of unsaturated fats into saturated fats. Okay, let us take an example like R single bond CH double bond CH R plus hydrogen bonds. That gives rise to R single bond CH2 R. Okay, the word redox was first used in 1928. Example తీసుకుంటే మనం redox reactions కి హైడ్రోజన్ F2 తీసుకున్నాం, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఫ్లోరైడ్ కింద ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, మనం యాక్చువల్గా రిడాక్స్ రియాక్షన్స్ ఇన్ బయాలజీలో తీసుకుంటే, దట్ మీన్స్ బయోకెమిస్ట్రీలో తీసుకుంటే వాటి యొక్క రియాక్షన్స్ ఇలా ఉంటాయి, హైడ్రాక్సైల్ గ్రూప్స్తోను, ఓకే, ఆల్కహాలిక్ గ్రూప్స్తో. ఓకే, మెనీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ బయాలజికల్ ప్రాసెసెస్ ఇన్వాల్వ్స్ రిడాక్స్ రియాక్షన్స్. ఓకే, cellular respiration, for instance, is the oxidation of glucose to carbon dioxide and the reduction of oxygen to water. Okay, cellular respiration, for instance, is the oxidation of glucose to carbon dioxide and reduction of oxygen to water. The summary equation for cellular respiration is, మనం గ్లూకోజ్ తీసుకుంటే ఆక్సిడేషన్ ఆఫ్ గ్లూకోజ్ టు కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ అన్నాం కదండి. సో C6H12O6 plus 642 and reduction of oxygen to water అన్నారు. ఓకే, ఈ గ్లూకోజ్ మాలిక్యూల్ ని ఆక్సిడేషన్ చేస్తే కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ కింద ఆక్సిడేషన్ చేసి కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ కింద కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలి. అండ్ రిడక్షన్ ప్రాసెస్ లో ఆక్సిజన్ ని వాటర్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ కింద convert చేయాలి. Okay, and this is the overall equation, that is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives rise to 6CO2 plus 6H2O. Okay, next coming to the point, the process of cell respiration also depends heavily on the reduction of NAD plus to NADH and the reverse reaction. Okay, and the reverse reaction means oxidation of NADH to NAD plus. Okay, here photosynthesis and cellular respiration are complementary, but photosynthesis is not the reverse of the redox reaction in cell respiration. Okay, here photosynthesis and cellular respiration are complementary, but photosynthesis is not the reverse of the redox reaction in cell respiration. Example తీసుకుంటే equation మనం 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of sunlight. Okay, that means we are utilizing here light energy. Okay, that gives rise to glucose, nothing but C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Okay, biological energy is frequently stored and released by means of redox reactions. Here actually the biological energy is frequently stored and released by means of redox reactions. Photosynthesis involves the reduction of carbon dioxide into sugars and the oxidation of water into molecular oxygen. Reverse reaction, respiration, oxidizes sugars to produce carbon dioxide and water. Okay, as intermediate steps, the reduced carbon compounds are used to reduce nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide to nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide hydrogen. Okay, which then contributes to the creation of proton gradients that drives the synthesis of adenosine triphosphate and is maintained by the reduction of oxygen. In animals, mitochondria perform similar functions. Okay, actually in animals the mitochondria perform similar functions. Free radical reactions are redox reactions that occur as a part of homeostasis and killing microorganisms, where an electron detaches from a molecule and then reattaches almost instantaneously. Okay, free radical reactions are redox reactions that occur as a part of homeostasis and killing microorganisms, where an electron detaches from Electron detaches from a molecule and then reattaches almost instantaneously. Free radicals are a part of redox molecules and can become harmful to the human body. Okay, here actually free radicals are part of redox molecules. Okay, and can become harmful to the human body. Free radicals can become harmful to the human body if they do not reattach to the redox molecule or an antioxidant. Okay. Unsatisfied free radicals can spur the mutation of cells they encounter and are thus causes of cancer. Okay. Next, coming to the point, the term redox state is often used to describe the balance of GSH, GSSG, NADH, NAD plus NADH and NADP plus or NADPH is in a biological system such as a cell or organ. The redox state is reflected in the balance of several sets of metabolites. Okay, here redox state is reflected in the balance of several sets of metabolites. Examples such as lactate, pyruvate, beta hydroxybutyrate and acetoacetate అన్నమాట. Whose interconversion is dependent on these ratios. Okay, an abnormal redox state can develop in a variety of deleterious situations such as hypoxia, shock and sepsis. Okay, redox mechanism also controls some cellular process. Okay, redox proteins and their genes must be co-located for redox regulation according to the coenzyme co-RR hypothesis. Okay, co-located for redox regulation according to the co-RR hypothesis for the function of DNA in mitochondria and chloroplasts. Okay, here an abnormal redox state can develop in a variety of deleterious situations such as hypoxia, shock and sepsis. Redox mechanism also controls some cellular process. Redox proteins and their genes must be co-located for redox regulations. Okay, according to the co-RR hypothesis for the function of DNA in the mitochondria and chloroplasts. Okay, this is the overview of oxidation reduction reactions. Thank you.